not belong here.
Your mind upends. Somehow, in the decayed soup of this creature's brain, a tadpole lives. Another presence nurtures it, manipulates it like a puppet.
No, you do not belong. This is the Dark Lady's house. She is no use for old, faithless bones.
You plunder! You meddle! You upset my plans. Leave.
Bones! They are more than bones.
More than flesh. More than skin, blood, hair, and piss. They are more. They are mine. Now leave before... Stupid worm-infested cockhead! You have awoken the shadows! My forces are split. The defenses are thin. Rally on me. A wall of bone and blade against the darkness. Now!
Lady
Alas,
Shah,
I have nothing to fill it with.
so many must have toiled to make a visage so grand.
On the altar is an inscription. Brave the gauntlet of your Lady Shah, surmount her trials, and rise a dark justiciar.
The Gauntlet of Shah. This place is legendary. Even with half my memories locked away, I still remember the stories. The Dark Lady's finest warriors arose from this place. Now I'm here. In order to join Lady Shah's elite, you had to pass her trials, then make a sacrifice in her innermost sanctum. One revealed only when you've proven yourself. Very few made it that far. I've dreamed of this place. This is my destiny. I must complete the trials. Thank you. If I become a Dark Justiciar, I'll have Lady Shah's highest blessing and her arsenal at my disposal. This will be good for all of us. Let's explore.
Aha! Thought I sensed an infernal. What are you doing here?
Same thing as you, I reckon. Trying to stay out of the shadows. Hold on! I know you! The weaponsmith, right? Drafted into the Blood War when your city was swallowed by Avernus. Not too different from my own story. Well done making it out alive.
Same to you. Though unless my senses deceive me, you brought a bit of the hells back with you. Infernal engine?
Who needs a heart when you've got one of these to keep you warm? Thank you, Zariel.
Forget warm. You're burning up. Might be burning out a piston ring. Or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Please do. I've been dying to find an infernal mechanic.
Now that's hot. Too hot. I think I could sort you out. But I'll need some infernal iron and a lot of luck.
Hey, soldier. We've got some infernal iron already. Let's give it to him, eh? Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think... There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Let me sleep on it. I just might be able to work something out. Hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. I'll need more infernal iron either way, though, so keep your eyes open. Take care.
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful. Sooner rather than later would be good. I feel like I'm burning serious fuel. That's what I like to hear. Now, let's trot. Standing still is making my skin itch.
No, still incapable. Not for you to know. Welcome. Are you satisfied? You're so very welcome. Now, you must have better things to do than hang around in a stable, surely. I hate to be rude, but this stall is taken. I fear you won't like what happens if you don't leave now. Good little hero.
The shadows haven't consumed you. Good. Then speak. The same way hoppers learn of anything. Poking noses where they don't belong. We sent an agent to infiltrate this cult. Latest fad among the city's bored nobility, I thought. Until that same agent returned and tried to plant a knife in my neck. My first encounter with a true soul. I'm glad ours ended on friendlier terms. From there, I made some inquiries of my own. Saw firsthand how easily the cult could turn friend to foe with but the twist of a tadpole. And so I gathered my harpers and came to the source. Moonrise Towers.
Playtime's over, pet. Oh, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out. Will your playmate's wasting precious time? Let's see about getting his priorities fixed. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
A doubtful Will catches his breath, but says nothing, and your connection fades.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash? I've never seen such a fearless display of sheer idiocy. Bravo! Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.
Gods damn it! Why did it have to be Mizora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse? I never forget what Will did. Not ever. I'm here because of him. And I'd do just about anything to help him. But devils never lose. You know that, right? Sure, they'll give you a bit of tat here and there. But the house always wins.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow. Mizora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole. Not a one. All that matters is that we free it. Fail. And I made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War. And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it. But I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. I can feel Mizora scheming. Plotting. She won't let me go without making a fuss. Trust me on that.
You rarely rest well, but tonight something feels different. Whether it's the parasite within your brain or the darkness without, you're deeply uneasy. Again and again, your thoughts return to memories of pain, of suffering, of Cazador. You remember his small cruelties. You remember his sadistic whims. And you remember the long night you spent carving poetry into your back. Deep in your trance, it all feels vividly real again. The jagged cuts of the needle he used on you, the shapes he traced into your flesh. You can almost tell what he's writing. He traced into your flesh. Your body is racked by agony, but you push through it, carefully tracking the movement and position of every tear and slice. Despite the horror your body feels, you slowly start to build up a picture of what your old master carved, recognizing not words, but runes. Infernal runes. Unable to decipher the arcane symbols, you have to admit defeat and give yourself over to the pain. You spend the rest of the night reliving your torment. But if nothing else, you know your scars are not what they seemed to be.
Hurry inside, or your racket is liable to. Rancid donkey scrotum! The quakes herald the shadows. It's already too late.
Ah, the interloper. And in one piece as well. Not just any true soul would have succeeded in following my path through this place. You should be pleased. It was you who pulled his sorry carcass from the rubble. You should have left him there. The miserable worm tried to kill me, hoping to take all the glory of this mission for himself. Dull, dull, dull. Nier was never cut out to be a true soul. He's a very obedient corpse, though. Perhaps you can prove to me that you're more useful alive than dead. You know what's at stake here, I take it.
It comes back to you. Balthazar headed a monastic order that controlled a place called Ankethran in the deserts of Kalimshan, but he is long dead from what you recall.
Oh, him. Yes, I decided to take his name for myself. After taking his rib bones. Suits me better, I think. But enough idle chatter. Keep to the matter at hand. You do know what's at stake here, yes? I do not cower. I plan, I command, I create. General Thorm trusts me. He knows I will deliver. He knows I will stand by him long after all others wilt and fall. You and all the rest have only one body with which to serve. I have as many as I care to make. General Thorm to you. But yes, recovering the relic is the crux of it. He commands, and I, his humble servant, fulfill that command. While you, an infinitely more humble servant, fulfill my command. I will put you to work as a scout.
This necromancer has Kethric's trust. Helping him could be just what you need to gain access to the man himself.
Fine, if it'll spare me your bleating. The relic lends the general his strength, his invulnerability. It must be recovered before his enemies attempt to exploit it. I do not need you or your help. But you are here in spite of that, so I may as well make use of you. The relic is close, but the way is barred and Shah's dead are uncooperative. Clear the path for me by blade, cunning, or whatever it takes. I will remain here until you have succeeded. Or fallen.
I'd trust this gasbag about as far as I can throw him, which isn't far. But perhaps better to play along, for now.
Fine. I will assign Flesh to aid you on your way. Ring this bell, and he will come. My brother is no intellectual powerhouse, but he is strong, loyal, and punctual. Should a fight turn against you, remember the bell. Flesh will remain here until called. But don't fear, he has very sharp hearing. I chose his ears myself. Now, get to work.
Unworthy. Unworthy to walk among friendly bones. Leave! Talking of you, intruder, invader, unworthy one. These halls are not for you.
Immediately.
The rat stares at you. It almost seems like it wants your attention. Beady, malicious eyes stare at you. The rat probably wants to feast on your corpse along with its friends.
You kill many, but many remain. Stop! Spare our lives or face my teeth and claws. Every little death fills my head with more thoughts. It's too much, too painful. Kill one more of us and you will pay. There are treasures. Useless to us now, but once they had value. Meaning. We hid them away. Untouched for a lifetime. Keep your word, and we will reveal them to you. And you better be true to your word. I am small, but we are many. Now fetch your prize and leave.
Uh-huh.
One step at a time.
contains an ancient rust-colored blood stain. It forms a neat disc, as if spilled calmly and willingly.
This is one of Lady Shah's trials. Allow me. It's important. Those that can remain unseen and can still obtain what they want. Stealth is a virtue. Every essence.
Shadows. One step at a time.
Another bowl, bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
Another trial. Allow me, please. Tears were said to be sure of foot in even the darkest recesses of Lady Shah's embrace. I must remember where to step, and have faith that she will guide me. I must remember where to step, and have faith that she will guide me.
Another bowl, bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
Another trial. I need to do this, same as before. Teaches us that we are our own worst enemy much of the time. Her embrace will elude us until we shed that which holds.
Silence the night song.
Someone there? What a day.
This is no ordinary spear. It may be important. Best keep it close. Wait. Nothing. Nothing's wrong at all.
You detect the gentlest of presences disturbing the temple's ancient, stale air. It seems to encircle Shadowheart, welcoming her.
Lady Shah's presence. I felt her too. We're right where we need to be, under her gaze. This is the right path. Let's continue.
The disc's on the move. Hopefully leading to the end of this bloody gauntlet. Alas, I have nothing to fill it with.
I pleaded, I bargained, I warned. You didn't listen. You made me remember again. Hurt again. I am coming for you. All of me!
Tenacious. They can't keep throwing themselves at me forever. I hope. That nearly ended me.
These hands. Too big. Where are the others? Where's the rest of me? You! Why did you have to keep prying? Why couldn't you just leave? My side is dead. Just piles of old bones lying in the dark. You're nothing to me. Such ignorance is unworthy of the Night Singer's followers. Her church will be stronger once you are dead.
Oh, well, this is a lot.
Blasted song. Wait. Quiet. It's gone. The song is gone. The contract is completed! I was bid by Raphael to slay every justiciar I found in this place. The contract was a song, one stuck in my head until I finished the deed. I had to hum that blasted tune for years. But now, the song has stopped. The contract is fulfilled. I suppose you showing up at the same time is no coincidence. Oh, you. Every breath you take from this moment on is my reward to you. Few walk away from me intact.
Few may walk away from you intact, Yrkir, but none walk away from me in violation of their deal. Devil's in the details, you see? And the details are in the fine print. You were to fulfill the deal. Nowhere does it stipulate you could subcontract the last kill to the first adventurer's party that came trotting along. In short, you're in breach of contract, my friend. Oh dear.
Back to the hells with what we agreed. I have you now, Raphael. Pay the debt, and I will make this quick.
Consider your position. You are about to forfeit what reputation you have left. No contracts, no fame, no power. You'll be a streak of excrement. Even lemurs will slither away from. Unless, of course, you consider instead my infinite mercy. A new contract. A chance to balance the books. Not to mention a welcome change of scenery.
Bastard! Fine. On On one condition. No more songs.
What's a contract without whimsy, I say? But fine. No more songs. Now, off to the House of Hope for cocktails and canapes, and a brand new signature on a brand new deal. But first, it would be only befitting if you reward your subcontractor. The greater reward for the greater hunter.
Anything I leave behind is yours. Pick over it however you like.
That's the last one. The inner sanctum is within reach now.
There you are. I was wondering where you'd run off to. Well, two things. Good news and bad news.
The good news, obviously.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlach to...
Touch people!
Exactly!
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing!
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please. Fine. Go on then.
I don't enjoy saying this, Karlach, but there's no two ways about it. Your engine is going to blow and I can't fix it. I'm not sure anyone can. It's simply too hot to exist here in the material plane. Unless you return to Avernus, for good, this thing is going to blow. Sooner rather than later.
But still, you can give me something that'll let me touch again, right? Safely.
Yes, but...
That's all I need to know. Do it. Please.
Well, all right. This shouldn't take long. Same as last time. You'll need to install it yourself. This should do the trick.
There. So did it work?
Only one way to find out.
Thank you. I can't believe it. Thank you, Dallon. Thank you so much.
It's the least I could do. Before you go, there's something I need to tell you. That engine of yours, it's contained for the moment, but it's just too hot to exist here in the material plane indefinitely. I know you know that, but the thing is, there's a cure. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. The environment here is just too cold to sustain metals like the ones inside you. You have to return to Avernus. For good. Or this thing is going to burn you up from the inside out. And sooner than you think.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus, Zarya will force me back into service. I'm not doing her bidding again. I'd rather die.
I get that. but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it, even in Avernus. I won't stop trying to figure out a cure, but at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
You read my mind. Thanks, Damon. Really. You've given me more than I could ever repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck, both of you. Look after yourself, all right?
This is the best day. The best day! I'm so happy for me too. Now I just need to find someone to cuddle up to tonight, and I'll be the happiest woman on the Sword Coast. I'm not sure. Depends who's got me in mind. Withers was giving me the old eye the other night. Then again, maybe it was just an old eye. Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now or live 1,000 years in the Hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing. I want to live too. But not under any circumstances. I have the power to choose now. And I'm going to make that choice. Myself. But I don't want to talk about this now. I've been given a huge gift. I can touch the people I love for the first time in a decade. And for the first time in a decade, there are people I care about all around me. Let me enjoy that. Please. Thanks, soldier. I just want to celebrate this. At least for a little. This is the best day. The best day! I'm so happy for me too. Now I just need to find someone to... Withers was giving me the old eye the other night. Hey, soldier. Like I got something back. Something I've wanted for a really long time. When I touched you, I felt like a real person. My heart was racing, but I didn't hurt you. I don't have to be afraid of myself anymore. I don't have to hold back. Not sure the world's ready for unleashed Karlach, but it's getting it anyway. Thanks to Damon. Thanks to you. Thanks to fate. Me too, soldier. Gods, me too. For every knock we take, I feel like I get a little treat just to keep me going. Touch! Touch everything! Touch everyone that'll let me. Shake hands, dance a waltz, maybe even kiss a face or two if I find a good candidate. The world's my funhouse. Soldier?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. As for Elminster, he saved the realms more times than legend can recount. To take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. She expects those who seek to use the weave to do... I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me. Oh, you know me, never the optimist. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will happen.
The Shadow Cut. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
He is? Then I must see... Thaniel is no ordinary child. He is the very spirit of this land. I will go to see him at once.
All right.
I've figured it was time to brush up on my skills. I wouldn't want to. As luck, may I have this dance? Our hearts can keep time. Oh. I mean...
This must be where initiates undertook their final preparations. The end is
Deliver
near.
the Night Mother's mercy upon her enemies.
Do not falter now.
Shroud yourself in black. Trust your secrets to the night.
Rise again.
This must be the last step. I need to pray. Only by Lady Shah's grace did we even make it this far.
You feel your mind slip into Shadow Hearts. But you are not the only one present. There is another. Ancient, commanding, rendered from purest darkness. Shah.
Take my spear, step forward, and strike down the Selûnite.
As you command, Nightsinger.
Now go. Warm my blade with moon-crazed blood, and be wary of your companion. He pries in your thoughts.
That wasn't for you to hear! Yes, you could have. Don't pretend otherwise. You will not stand in my way. Draw your weapon. Just remember what I said. Let me do what I need to.
Really? I knew the tiefling was a fool, but this... They will know a bit with finesse.
God damn it all! I can do nothing right!
Not a damn thing! So what if I was? Cal and Leah could be there. Instead, I found myself cornered by shadow fiends and in need of rescue. From you, of all bloody people. Or not hard enough. I've failed Cal and Leah again. Be on your way. I'll return to Last Light. I know when I'm outmatched.
Keep it quick.
Hello? Ah, a friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive? Oh, it certainly looks that way. But inside, it is swarming with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki. They have the audacity to call that hole a creche, as if it weren't actually a murderous training camp. Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition. The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. Hogwash, of course. A Githyanki can no more rise above its nature than gnomes can fly. You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help then, to prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg. Oh, you wonder... Hold on. It looks different to what I expected. Are you sure that's a Gith egg? What the Society doesn't know won't...
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
We should keep moving. You already know as much as I do. Best ignore it. As long as it doesn't hamper us too much.
next?
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight.
Waiting for a tussle like that.
The beast reeks of brit. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. Whatever horrific creature was growing inside the hyena dies along with her.
The Knolls stink. Monasteries. As gaudy as any noble's palace. It's not broken, but it's not working either. It's stuck fast. How long has this been sitting here?
Must have been out of use for a long old time. Met a Lamara demon who married a mountain, though. It's a thing.